Hey, it's Bryce in Motion. We are at Blaine's shop today, Miscellaneous Motors. Check out the unboxing video of the Wilwood brake set. Guys, Blaine is going to walk us through Wilwood, what it is, why we bought it, why we bought this tier of brakes, and ultimately, don't forget, we started with Brembo. Why did we go to Wilwood? Blaine?
Welcome, it's Blaine again. We are going to talk about our Wilwood brake system and why we chose it for our build. Our build did come with the wonderful Brembo brake package that comes on the Grand Sports and the Z06s. It's giant front brakes, giant rear brakes, 6 piston calipers up front, 4 piston calipers out back. No reason to change it other than clearance on our caliper to our custom offset wheels. So over here, we decided, I made a phone call. First thing I did, guys, and I know you're out there looking, going, man, I want brakes, but I don't know what brakes to get. First thing I did, I looked up Wilwood's phone number. I've never dealt with Wilwood before. So I called him up and I said, hey, Wilwood guys, I have a 2019 Corvette that we're doing some fun stuff with a 67 Camaro body on there. They go, oh, what? That sounds cool. I was like, it's super cool. You should check it out. So I emailed them some stuff. Well, they looked at it and went, okay, we have the perfect thing for you. Let's go big. I said, well, I've already got big. They said, well, let's go bigger. There's no bigger.
The whole time you were talking.
Let's go with the same size of brake system we already have because it's dope, and why not? We wanted to brake. Well, the car originally has power brakes. After doing some research and thinking about it and talking to other folks in the performance industry, you know what? Manual brakes were the way to go with this thing. So in turn, we chose basically the exact same brake kit that's on the car already in the Wilwood version, because we're not going to use the Brembos. Stay tuned for a for sale ad for those. So
for your project.
In the rear, you choose, big brakes. I don't know what you guys are looking for, and I know Bryce has some questions about how all this goes together. We've got the 4 piston for the rear. That's what's called their Aero 4 setup.
Could we have done 6 piston in the rear?
No, you could not have done 6 piston in the rear because of limitations on rotor size.
Okay.
And it's irrelevant.
Because rear's 20
to 40% of your braking, kind of depending on how you're going to use the car. Then you set it up however you would like to set it up as far as your brake proportioning is concerned. Most braking in all cars out there is primarily done by the front brakes, as per you're replacing front brake pads and rotors more often on your vehicle. I don't care if it's a Honda or a Lamborghini. They're always going to have the fronts replaced more often because the braking proportion is towards the front.
Also weight. Most vehicles have weight at the front. So it makes sense. If you proportion it too heavy in the rear would just slide, correct?
Correct. You will have a pushing effect.
Yes.
Not really pushing. I mean, it's more of
a not stopping effect.
Different. What was really cool about our brake kit, though, it came with literally everything you'll need to convert this from the factory Brembo brakes over to the Wilwood brakes. I like these because they're really pretty. These are just their flexible connecting stainless steel connectors that go from the brake caliper up to my factory hard lines to help get your brake fluid down to your awesome 4-piston Aero 4 caliper down here. Comes with new mounting brackets, of course your rotor, your hat. Not all of them are 2-piece. You can get single piece.
What's the benefit of 2-piece? Is it cooling maybe?
I wish I had a clear answer for that.
I know 2-piece wheels, everyone associates those with a nicer wheel. I would imagine it would be the machining of the cooling vents would not be possible if the center was in it.
Let us know in the comments.
I guess I'll have to find. If you guys know, let me know. Because
I'm sure someone has the same question I do.
I have no idea. Maybe I did.
What color are the bolts? Because the bolts go through here into here, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I can see it threaded. I'm curious, if the bolts aren't red, I would like to powder coat them red. Wouldn't that look, or will you see that?
These, yeah, you will see these. They'll be behind our wheels.
So to see little bolt heads through there would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They may bolt from the rear. I haven't even looked at installation instructions. Mind you guys, I have never installed one of these kits, but we're learning as we go, as I do with everything. Not everything. I do know some things. Those are for the fronts.
That is, dude, that doesn't weigh
Anything.
compared to the rear. But you can see the offset difference. And this is just within the same kit.
Yes. So those are the rears. This is the fronts. And of course, we got the big 15-inch rotors for the front. Not necessary for what we're doing, but necessary for what we're doing because this is a pure custom build.
We plan to drive this, which means we plan to stop. So one reason we went with Wilwood is when it comes to important things, always go name brand. I would guarantee there are cheaper companies that make brake components. I haven't even looked into them because it doesn't matter. We own a plumbing company. We don't put cheap components behind a wall. It's really expensive when they go bad. This is that. If this brake system fails and I rear end someone, it's gonna suck. Like the car will be insured, everything will be fine, but I will cry. There's no doubt.
Then we went with the 6-piston up front, which they were all 6-piston offerings on this one. There's 2 different versions of it. This one is 6-piston, meaning
Piston on both sides.
there are 6 actual moving pistons that clamp and provide clamping force for your front brake pads for much more even braking.
Are the factory Brembos, do they only have a piston on one side, or
They're
they're
6-piston.
dual piston? Okay.
The Brembos are the equivalent to this brake system.
Guys, and this is beautiful. This, like holding this in my hand is just amazing.
So the reason we decided to go with the manual brake system and this wonderful balance bar, so what we'll have is 2, you guys are probably familiar with master cylinders. So we're gonna have 2 master cylinders at a specific bore size for our different brake pressures that we need both front and rear. We will be able to adjust the proportion. Instead of being a adjustable proportioning valve that proportions fluid, it'll proportion stroke through this, what's called their balance bar assembly. We did the manual brakes for, number 1, looks. It's going to look super cool. And number 2, performance. It's one less component that we have to worry about braking in this whole unit.
Manual brakes don't brake, do they?
Yeah, and I think that with our cam that we're choosing and the supercharger, our vacuum might be a little bit low. So instead of a vacuum power brake booster, we decided manual brakes. Most race cars out there, I'm gonna say 99.9% of all race cars, whether it's road and or drag, are gonna have a manual brake system. It just makes more sense. It's less fallible. They work really, really well. So don't be afraid of manual brakes, especially in your old classic. Power brakes aren't always cracked up to what.
Well, and this car had ABS and traction control and all the craziness that's intertwined with the braking system. We want all of that to be gone. I don't want traction control. I want as much spinny spin as possible on these rear wheels. This is one component of that system to get rid of. So you talk about the brakes. We went with the more basic brakes.
Well, these are just the standard brakes that Wilwood has offering with them. Their standard brakes are better than probably 99% of what you can buy over the counter. The compound they're made of, I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's really great. These are their standard. They do have a high performance version that is a carbon brake that is about twice the money of these. And we didn't need to get into that because we're not full-blown racing it. Now, if you're taking your car out and you want to track day it and run around in circles a bunch and do a bunch of squiggly gigs, yeah, I'm going to say buy the upgraded pads. I'm not saying you need to, but at the end of the day, why not?
Have it, not need it versus need it, not
You're
have
already spending the money. Spend the extra few bucks to get your high-performance parts on top of your high-performance parts, your ultra-high performance, I guess you could say. This is that. This is
the reservoir.
This is that, the reservoir. So factory, the way they came out of the box, you know, you look at our car and you look at our build, this, boop, that's not going to cut it. We just don't want this little plastic guy in there. Granted, it does come with clamps to hold it still. Just FYI. Instead, we went with, as you can see here, the nice screw on billet 4-ounce.
Simple, but beautiful.
Simple, gorgeous.
Could we powder coat this?
Yes, we can do that. It's aluminum.
Perfect. There's no bushings, no nothing in it?
No, we'll take it apart
Awesome.
and we can do it. Everything in this is service.
Hey guys, comment. What color should we paint this? I think powder coating it black would make all of this go. We're dealing with a black and red theme. So guys, this is about the expectation you should have when you buy a Wilwood kit. Keep in mind, we are going with with a custom-made brake line to connect all of this together. That'll get up into these flex lines. That's something he's going to do by hand. We could have ordered the kit, but what kit do we order? Do we order the Corvette kit or the Camaro kit? Nothing makes sense. So building it ourselves, that way we can hide as much of the line as possible. This was an expensive set. I won't name prices because things do fluctuate. We are going to customize a couple things. Like we said, we plan on powder coating the housing and the bolts for the rotors. Outside of that, guys, if you have any questions or comments, or if there's something you want to see, especially on the install, give us a comment. We don't mind. Hopefully over the next couple weeks, you'll see this stuff installed. I know we're working on the steering currently and making some brackets for that. There will be a lot of work done primarily by Blaine on this. So if there's something you guys want to see, put it in the comments. Blaine, do you have anything?
No, I was just going to mention the brake kits that we do have here. Short of the small accessories here, like the balance bar assembly and the masters and your reservoirs, those are going to be chosen by you. It's not going to matter. You're going to size them all accordingly. But the brake kit, let me see here. This would be a rear brake kit of 140-13698-DR. DR means they're drilled and slotted, and they are in the R is red for the red calipers. That's for the rear kit, 14 to 19 Corvette, which is what we have underneath this car. The front kit is going to be a kit number 140-15743-DR, and that's going to have everything you need to take your 14 to 19 Corvette and upgrade the brakes if you don't already have upgraded brake system on it. Say you have the factory GM brakes on it and you want to have a little more stopping power, a little more performance, and you're taking down the road a lot more, this is the kit for you.
How will you know if you need that? Like if you're running through brake pads, what are the signs that you need to upgrade your brakes?
You're going to know by how you drive the car. If you drive the car daily as a cruiser, you're never going to need this brake system. If you're taking it to the track on occasion or driving a little more spiritedly, as they like to say, it doesn't hurt to upgrade your brakes. It helps prevent brake fade, which anybody out there who's hit their brakes hard a few times understands. Fluid gets hot, brake pads start to glaze over, the pedal seems hard, and the brakes don't work near like they used to. That's brake fade. If you're getting brake fade on a regular basis, go ahead and upgrade.
And guys, look how cool these look. I mean, I know they're expensive, but I like this. Even though the Brembo are almost identical, just it's got a name in this industry. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Like, it's worth it.